Hello and welcome to the Bold Believers Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Dawn, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the small decisions you are making each and every day and why they matter so much, because they are either moving you closer into the vision that you have for your next level in your life or your business, or they are delaying that vision from becoming your reality. Today's show is going to be audio only. I just started doing video episodes. I have 2 of them up so far, and I love them. But I also have this belief that when a message is coming through us and we get that very strong nudge to put it out there immediately, we're meant to follow that. So it is currently, what time is it? 5:21 a.m. my time. And I thought, do I want to get ready, shower, do my hair and makeup, and, wait for the sun to come up so I have some decent lighting along with my ring light to do a video episode for you guys today? Or do I just want to get this out now because it feels like now is the time? And so obviously I went with option B here. We are going to be doing more video episodes in the future, but today it's audio only, and let's get into it. Let's get into this conversation because I am a huge fan of making bold moves that align with the vision that you have been given. I really feel those are important because we need to be acting from this place of things already being done. And when we do this, we really are moving in faith. This can look like making a big investment in your business. This could be doing something like launching a podcast, writing a book, quitting your 9-to-5 and going full time. Like, there are some big moves that we can be making that align with the vision that God has given us, that really move us into a different identity very quickly. I have done this time and time again over the years. Really big fan of them because every single time I have made a big, bold move, I've basically forced myself to be the person who can hold that identity and really live into that next level reality that I had been journaling about and praying about and thinking about and dreaming about. It's when we actually take the action that we realize where we want to be because we're putting ourselves there. It's no longer this dream that's up in our head. We are actually saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I feel God is calling me to. I'm going to make that move in faith. I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to trust God and put myself there now before I see any evidence of things working. So I feel there is definitely a time and a place for these bigger, bolder moves. These are the moves that other people might think are absolutely crazy, but you know deep in your heart, deep in your soul, that God is calling you to it, so you do it anyway. Even though other people might think you're nuts, even though you have no evidence of things working out, there's this deeper knowing within you that's like, yes, this is the best thing for me. Now, along with those bigger, bolder moves, we also have a ton of small decisions that we are making every single day. Our entire life is being shaped by the decisions that we make. And every moment we have the opportunity to either be the person who we know we're meant to be, the person who is living in that next level vision, or we can make decisions that keep us the same, that don't create any progress whatsoever. We always have the option. And what we want to look at is those smaller decisions because we have so many to choose from. We have so many different things that we can decide from the time we wake up in the morning until the time our head hits the pillow that are either contributing to our growth, our expansion, to the life that God wants us to be living, or we can be making decisions that keep us stuck, that keep us doing the same thing day after day after day. So how do we know what decisions we should be making? For this, we need to go to the vision. You need to go to that next level vision that you have been given. Maybe for you right now, that's making $10K a month in your business, or maybe it's $50K or $100K a month. Maybe it's launching a podcast. Maybe it's doing events in your local town or city. Maybe it's speaking on stages. Maybe it's networking with different people in your industry so you can make those connections and get together for conferences. Like, whatever it is for you, there's something there that you know is meant for you. You can feel this in your bones. You know it's meant for you. So what is that next level vision? You need to have clarity on that. And if you want help with this, I have an entire workshop, Big Bold Moves, that maps out exactly how to get clear on this vision and then turn it into your reality using my process of vision, strategy, mindset, and faith. I will link that up below. So it starts with a vision. And then from there, what you want to do is check in with yourself regularly throughout the day and ask yourself, am I acting as the person who's already in that vision? Am I acting as my next level self? And what you'll notice is throughout the day, you will have many, many opportunities to bring awareness to who you're being. For example, in your business, if you had a sales call with someone, a potential client, and on the call, they were all in, they were really excited to get started with you. They said, yes, send me the email with the payment link, like I'm ready, let's go. And so you send everything off and then you don't hear anything. They ghost you. You never hear from them again. You send a follow-up email a few days later, they're gone. How do you respond to that? Are you going to spin out and start questioning your worth and, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? How can I fix this? What did I say wrong in the sales call? Or are you going to act as your next level self and move on, knowing and trusting that if that person's meant to work with you, they're going to come back. Maybe they had some stuff they had to deal with, but there are millions of people on the planet that you can help. There are so many other humans that you can serve with your business. So would you be focusing on that person that you feel that you lost? Or would you be focusing on having more conversations and making more connections? It's always who we're being that is shaping our experience. If you currently have a launch that's going slower than expected, who are you being? How are you handling it? What moves are you making? What stories are you telling yourself about the launch, about the way you're showing up, about your content, about your audience, about your offer? We always need to be coming back to this place of, if it were already done, if I was already living in that next level vision that I have, how would I be moving through this? How would I be showing up? Who would I be being? I really had to take a look at the decisions I was making when I went through the recent pivot I did in my business when I came to Christ. I had been in witchcraft the majority of my life. I had an entire business built up in that industry. And it wasn't just witchcraft talking about candle spells and moon phases. I wrote a book on Luciferianism. I was working with demons and Satan, and I was actively preaching against God in my content. That's who I was before God got a hold of me. And so when I had that encounter with God and I shared that with my community, I knew that people were going to be shocked. Like, I was shocked. I think I was more surprised than anybody when this happened because I definitely wasn't expecting it or seeking it. But along with the shock came a lot of anger. I had people calling me mentally ill. I had people telling me I was doing this as a marketing ploy, which is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. But anyways, that's a conversation for another day. I had people telling me that my entire business that I had run for years was a complete scam and a fake because I had changed my belief system. I had a lot of comments that when I read them, I had to make a decision. I could either decide to fire back in the comments, which is definitely something that I would have loved doing in the past, or I could decide to just let it go and answer the questions and comments that were genuine. Like the people who were honestly curious about the encounter that I had with God, I was more than happy to have conversations with those people about what had happened. But for the people who were just bringing nastiness to my page, like, no, I'm not even discussing this with you because you're not open to anything that I'm going to say. So that was a moment, well, a series of moments, because it happened over the course of a couple weeks, where I really had to lean into how would my next level self handle this? It's these moment by moment decisions that really allow us to check in and see where we're at, to see what identity we're operating in. It's just like if you have a health and fitness goal, you are going to live into that vision that you have for your body with every workout, every meal, with every supplement that you take. Like, you are making these decisions that contribute to either you having the experience that you want to be having with your health and fitness, or they're going to be decisions that delay your results. It applies to every single area of our life. And so, yes, those big, bold moves, those are incredible. They can feel exhilarating. They can definitely put your faith to the test. Been there many, many times. But who are you being moment by moment? What decisions are you making today that move you deeper into the vision that God has given you? All right, I'm going to wrap things up there for us today. If you want to connect further, I have a brand new space over on Facebook that I just opened up yesterday. It is called the Bold Woman Collective. This is a completely free Facebook community where you can come in, network with other purpose-driven women. You're going to get access to free masterclasses, training, free coaching. If you like what you hear on the show, and if you follow me on social media and you just want more of the vibe, a closer connection, this is the place to be. I'll put the link to join the Facebook group below in the show notes. And if what you've heard today has sparked something within you and you're like, I need to go deeper, I need support around this, you have the vision, you know what's meant for you, and you also know that you're not really showing up fully for it. Like, yes, you're taking action, you're making some progress, but you know there's a whole other level that you can be playing at. If that's you and you desire one-to-one support, reach out to me. Instagram is probably the best way to do that. You can find me there at It's Kelly Dawn. Reach out, we can have a quick conversation and find out which one-to-one option is going to be best for you. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. And as usual, I can't wait to speak with you in the next episode.